Hi, and welcome back to part 2 of chapter 1 of You're Born Rich. My name is Tamsi, and I'm a law of attraction enthusiast, and I'm a mindset business coach. Let's get to it. The topic is understanding versus memorization. This is still chapter 1, Me and Money of You Are Born Rich. No amount of reading and memorization will bring you the success you seek. Otherwise, all the PhD holders, all the degree holders, all the educated people that you know should be rich. It is only the understanding and the application of the ideas in this book that you're reading that will make a difference. So let's not be in a hurry to finish it, to finish the book. So just, understand, read, and apply. That's the main thing. And then the next topic is strength through sharing, and we're already doing that. We are sharing the content of this book with each other, and we're discussing it. Yeah, and yeah, I am doing this with you. That's what I wrote in my journal. Next topic is prosperity consciousness. Ooh, yeah, nice, juicy stuff. As human beings, we do not enjoy something that we are not consciously aware of. As I said in the previous video, this book was written years ago. So Bob makes examples of the aeroplane, you know. I'll make a modern day example of technology, the luxury of technology. Here I am recording this video online and you can see it. That was not there before until your Mark Zuckerberg and your YouTube creators. I don't know who's the YouTube founder, and those that created phones with cameras and the web. Until that happened, then we could see it. But before it happened, they thought it. It was in their, it was thought through. So he continues talking about, but it doesn't mean it was not there. It's not like they didn't create it. It was always there. Yeah, this is for people that have actually read the book. So I'm not going to go deep into it. Otherwise, I'll just be reading the book, and that's not the purpose of recording these videos. We are floating in an ocean of thought energy. So the ideas that your Marks and your YouTube founders and creators and those that created the internet, they were there already. We're just floating in it. They just connected the dots. And here it is. They did not create anything that wasn't already there. They just, it was a puzzle that fitted. I hope I'm making sense. We are also surrounded by abundance. We're surrounded by abundance. Look at now, we've got a myriad of information. There's a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot of books on this topic that we're talking about right now compared to before. So there's abundance. There's abundance everywhere. The air we are breathing. And then he goes on. I'm just going to read through my notes. Consciousness is and always has been developed through thinking, regardless of what the present life may be. If you want to be rich, as this book suggests, me must begin thinking prosperity in your mind right now. You must start thinking prosperous thoughts right now if we want to become prosperous. Not when we finish reading the book, but right now. Thinking is the highest function of which a human being is capable of. Thinking. Yet very few people think. Yes, that is true. Most are merely practicing the mental faculty called memory. They are playing old movies. So old pictures just keep flashing back on the screen of their mind. This is so true. This is so true. Because then people have they're still living, majority of the people are still living the same mediocre life because they don't think. I also used to think that I think until I started reading and working on myself and working on my mind, and I realized, I am doing the same things and expecting different results. So I started thinking and I started working on myself. So yes, that's what happens, people. That's why mediocrity and stagnation is affecting so many people, because they think the same thoughts over and over. Yeah, but we'll get into it. There are literally millions of people, honest, good, hardworking people, who work or labor diligently for their entire lives here on earth and just have never become wealthy. For those people, life is a constant grind. I'm from there too. Okay, I'm still young, but I mean, I'm from there. And I worked hard. I worked hard. I studied hard. I did, and my results were not changing. But because I didn't know that, I needed to change my thought pattern. And then it goes on to say, majority of people have not been born into a prosperous environment. So we must therefore develop understanding of how we've been conditioned, why we are getting the results we are getting, how we can change our way of thinking and our conditioning. That is not an easy thing to do. So just by doing this, I mean, this is still chapter 1 and we're already getting into so much here. That is not an easy thing to do. Working on yourself is hard work. It's a full-time job. In fact, working on yourself is a full-time job. You're dealing with your ancestral thought patterns. If you ask your mom, if you ask your grandfather, if you ask your great grandfather, if you ask your grand aunts as to why you're doing what you're doing, and they won't even know. So we're dealing with, it's a lot of work, changing your mind and changing the limiting beliefs. Getting rid of the limiting beliefs is a lot of work. Tell me, it's a full-time job. Yeah, as I said, it's hard work. It takes much discipline. It requires diligent effort. I think that's probably why Bob also says it, that it's probably the reason why many ever actually change. And then that is part 2. I'm going to record part 3 in the next video because it won't fit on in this one. Thank you for watching. Catch the next third video after this.